Okay, this is file 23-21397-FC, People versus Stephen Sevidus Maples. We're here today for a pretrial conference in this case, and we're proceeding by partially by video conference and partially in person. First, let me have the attorneys place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. Arnold.
Allison Arnold for the people.
James Sealy on behalf of the defendant.
Okay, and Mr. Daly, where do we stand with Mr. Maples' case today?
We believe this case is going to go to trial. We've had some difficulties trying to obtain an expert witness in this matter. We believe we have one. He is reviewing again right now the information that we have provided, but we're ready to set this for trial this date.
Okay, and how many days do you believe we need for trial time?
The trial, I believe itself, will be short, but I don't know whether we will have the information from our expert before the first of the year.
Okay. Ms. Arnold, do you have an estimate on the length of trial?
I think if we started on a Tuesday, we can finish it by Friday.
And Mr. Daly, you said you didn't think you would have what you needed from your expert until after the first of the year.
That was a guess on my part, but that's what I would expect it would be.
Okay. So let's see, we'll need a Tuesday through Friday then, Francis, maybe start looking at the middle or end of January.
March 4th at 9 a.m., March 5th at 10:30, March 6th at 9 a.m., and March 7th at 9 a.m.
That week is fine with me, Judge.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's do a final pretrial then on February 19th. At 8:50. So the court will issue a scheduling order. Is there anything else that we need to address today?
Not that I'm aware of there.
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Maples, you can let the officer that's with you know that you are done with court for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. I shall.
Okay, Mr. Malera, we have Mr. Adams in person in the courtroom. Do you need to speak to him?
Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to, if we can, I'd like to do Mr. Madrid, who's in the jail, and then I'll come over, if that's okay.
Oh, all right. Okay.
Hello, Ms. Kelly, Judge Sakers. Could we have Michael Madrid?
Ms. Nolan, you want to come forward to the podium, please?
Oh.
This is file 23-21334-FH People versus Kelsey Nolan. We are here today for a hearing on summons for probation violation. We are proceeding today in person. Miss, you are Kelsey Nolan?
Sir,
Ms. Nolan, did you receive a copy of the requested summons for probation violation?
yes, Your Honor.
The allegation in that is that you violated the terms of your probation by failing to report to probation and failing to report a change of address.
Phone number.
Okay, I'm sorry, phone number. And in this case, you had previously pled guilty to use of a narcotic, cocaine or methamphetamine. And the maximum possible penalty for that offense is up to 1 year in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You do have the right to be represented by an attorney here today and at any other proceedings that we have regarding this matter. If you can't afford an attorney, you can tell me that and I'll appoint one for you from the public defender's office. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to be represented by an attorney today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have the ability to pay for your own attorney?
Not right now, no.
Okay, so what I'll ask you to do is take a seat back where you were. When our public defender gets here, I will have you speak to her.
Okay, thank you.
Sir Daly, did you have another case with us this morning?
Randy Torres, violation of probation, Your Honor.
Not have that.
You don't have, I can, not agree.
I don't have it on my docket. I'm just,
Okay, it's probably my fault.
okay,
All right. Thanks, Judge.
thank you. Okay, Mr. Burke, we're waiting on Mr. Glazier for the Matthew Smead case. And as soon as he gets logged in, we will move forward with that. Okay, Ms. Rochelle, can you tell me what case you're here for?
Hi, sorry, victims' rights gave me the link to join, I'm the victim in a case with Timothy Reedus.
Okay. I can put you back out in the waiting room until I call that case. I think we're waiting for his attorney to get logged in.
Okay,
Yeah, so I'll just put you back in the waiting room until we're ready to call his case.
Okay, thank you.
And you just
Oh, Sam.
gave you. No, I haven't. That's what you wanted. Yeah. Give me something.
Ready? Yeah, ready. All right, Mr. Adams, you want to come forward, please? This is file 24-21772-FH versus Damian Joseph Adams. We are here today for a pretrial conference. In this case, we're proceeding in person today. Just let me ask the attorneys to place their appearance on the record, beginning with Ms. McClure.
Can you be real clear on behalf of the people?
Salvatore Malero on behalf of Damian Adams.
Malero, where do we stand with Mr. Adams' case today?
I've been talking to Mrs. McClure, and I think we're close to resolution. If we could just have one adjournment, I think we'll have this resolved.
Last hearing in July, I said there would be no further adjournments because it was the same thing, close to a resolution. We need another adjournment. So at this point, it's been 148 days since the bind over, and I'm going to set it for trial. If you get it resolved in the meantime, I'd be happy to get it on the docket and take a plea, but I just can't let this case slide any further. So
That's fine, Judge.
how long do you think you need for a trial?
A day or two,
Yeah, the most.
and it could maybe be set as a backup.
Okay, absolutely is a backup.
All right, so Ms. Clark, can you find us a 2-day trial date? It can be a backup to something else.
Yes, Judge.
I'm sorry, I thought I heard you say something, but I couldn't understand what it was.
October 16th at 10:30 and October 17th at 9 a.m.
It works for the people.
It's fine, Judge.
Okay, so October 16th and 17th, the court will issue a scheduling order and set that for final pretrial on October 9th. All right, is there anything else we need to address today?
Judge, I know Judge Angelone does this. If we resolve it sooner, we come put it on the docket.
Yeah, you're welcome to call, and if we have a space on the docket to do that.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Nothing further then. On Madrid, do we have an estimate when he might come back?
They called actually right after you messaged me that he was coming over here, that he's back at the jail now.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Judge, I think the only other case I have with you is Allison Scholl. She'd be a plea as far as I know. But I have not seen Mr. Glazier this morning, so I guess I'll go zoom in.
Okay, that would be fine if you want to try to call Mr. Glazier and get him to log in.
Okay. I can try.
Thank you.
Pardon me, Your Honor.
Yes,
Good morning. This is Mark Burke. Do you know who the attorney is on the Smead cases?
yeah, we're looking for John Glazier and he is not logged in here. I don't know if he's over Judge Anselm's court.
I know he's not in Judge Angelo because I just came from there, so and there was nobody else in the court.
Okay. Can you call Stephen's office?
You.
Your Honor, I sent you a private message that might explain Mr. Glazier's absence.
Okay, thank you.
I didn't know if we were still live on YouTube. I didn't want to put that out there.
Yeah, we are. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Okay, Mr. Glazier, I do have Mr. Smead is in the waiting room. Do you need to speak to him?
Yeah, just for a second, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Smead, I'm going to put you in a breakout session with Mr. Glazier so that you can speak to him privately.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, we just called for Mr. Blevins.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, yeah. Sergio, can you turn on the IP? Okay, Mr. Smead.
Finally came over and
Is file 23-21455-FH and 23-21456-FH, People versus Matthew Eric Edward Smead. We are here today for pretrial conferences in both of those cases. We are proceeding today by video conference. First, let me ask the attorneys to place their appearances on the record, beginning with Mr. Burke.
Your Honor, thank you very much. Good morning. My name is Mark Burke. My P number is 54935. I'm with the Attorney General's Office appearing for the people.
John Glazer on behalf of Mr. Smead, Your Honor.
All right, and where do we stand with Mr. Smead's cases today, Mr. Glazer?
Your Honor, he's had both referee hearings. He has the results. I was going to ask if I could adjourn this over to next Wednesday, and he'll come down and see me. So we can go over those. And I think he needs to file an appeal to the court, but he can. That wouldn't, I would expect next week we're going to enter a plea.
Okay, Mr. Burke, is there anything we need to address from the people's side?
The only thing I would indicate, Judge, is we did provide a plea offer, a very, very strong, favorable plea offer to the defendant in this case.
That was
I
a
know this has
different.
been
That was
I
a
know
different attorney. I don't know what that offer is.
okay. I mean, the case has been adjourned quite a bit. The defendant is making payments, which is good. I mean, so I don't necessarily have a problem with the adjournment. I can indicate for the record, for Mr. Glazer's purposes, what the offer is.
Sure.
Runner. That the defendant would be pleading guilty to count 1 in file number 21455. The people would dismiss the HAB in that case, and they would dismiss the other file in its entirety, with the agreement that both arrearages would be set at sentencing. We'd combine the arrearages for purposes of sentencing in both cases.
Yeah, that sounds absolutely what we want to do, Your Honor. I was trying to ask him about the orders over in Zoom, and we were having a hard time. It's easier if he comes down and I can see what the actual orders are, and we'd be ready to enter that plea next week.
Okay.
And Your Honor,
all
like
right.
I said, I don't necessarily have an objection to that short adjournment.
Okay. So we'll set it then for next week. That's August 28th at 8:15 a.m.
8/28. So that's next Wednesday, right?
Correct, a week from today.
Mr. Smead, you need to come in and see me next Monday or Tuesday. Set that appointment today, okay?
Will do.
and bring those with you. I'll try to get copies of them as well, but we need to go over those referee findings with you, okay?
Okay.
So Monday or Tuesday, call right now and get a appointment for either next Monday or Tuesday.
All right, well, I'll get it set up.
All right. Okay, I'm done with that one. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Glazer, can you do the stip and order for that adjournment, please?
Yeah.
And Mr. Glaze, you can certainly sign my name to that if you need to, and I can give you my text again.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you then, Mr. Smead. You can log out. You need to log back in next Wednesday using all the same Zoom information you used today.
Okay. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Your Honor, thank you very much. Nice to see you. And Mr. Glazer, thank you.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Underwood, you need to speak to Mr. Blevins.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Blevins, give me 1 second. I'm going to set up a breakout room for you to speak to Ms. Underwood. And Mr. Glazer, I have Allison Scholes here. I also have Mr. Prophet is in person. We're having issues with our iPad. So if you need a breakout session, or if you need to speak to Mr. Prophet, we're trying to get that figured out. But if you're ready to go, we can just go on the record with him.
Mr. Prophet has phone with him?
Do you have a phone on you, Mr. Prophet?
I don't, Your Honor.
Okay.
I have one out in my car.
You have one out in the car?
I don't have the phone number that he has, my phone number, no longer in service.
You have a different phone. Do you have Mr. Glazer's phone?
Not in person.
Okay, give me a second.